Hey everyone, Christopher Ruocchio here of Sun Eater, back with a special video because if you have not heard, I am actually hitting the road next month in September. I'm going to Texas. I'm hitting 3 cities. I will be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I will be in Houston, and I will be in Austin. I know some people wanted me to stretch that and see if I could add San Antonio to the list, but I'm afraid it's just going to be the 3 cities on this trip. Hoping to come back. I have never been to Texas before, so I'm really looking forward to that. I know a bunch of you are already coming. I'm going to see Mike of Mike's Book Reviews, which will be awesome. But I thought I would go ahead and do a quick video explaining where I'm going to be and when, for those of you who do not know. It has taken me a little bit of time to get this whole thing together. I've never put my own sort of tour together before, so all the moving pieces weren't ready to go from the get-go, and for that I hope some of you will forgive me. Sort of a new skill here. When I did my last tour, the last time I was on tour was in 2019 for Howling Dark. I went around the West Coast with DJ Butler and Chris Husberg, and Dave really put all of that together. So I was sort of riding Dave's coattails, but this one was, Ryan had his event, but the rest of it was sort of down to me. So I guess what I'm trying to say is sorry that I haven't been able to get this information all out there sooner. However, if you are in those cities, hope you'll be able to come out and see me. So, without further ado, here is the plan. I will be flying down to Texas on Monday, September 2nd. That's Labor Day. And later that night at 7 p.m., I will be at the Barnes & Noble in South Point, and I won't be alone. Ryan Cahill will be there with me. We will be sort of in conversation, talking about books, talking about, fantasy, science fiction, writing, all that sort of stuff. And so if you want to come see either of us, I will both be there. Thing about this event is actually it is not sold out precisely, but they are already worried about the fire marshal. We've got over 100 people already coming out for the event. However, it is a Barnes & Noble. They're not going to turn you away at the door. So if you are just hearing about this now, like I said a minute ago, my apologies, but you can still come. If you can't make it in for the actual talking part, you'll be able to come for the signing line, basically. So they might have you wait outside for a little bit, but you will be able to get your book signed, and we will be there. It's going to be a big show, so please do, if it's in the area for you, consider coming on out. Obviously, if it's like a 2-hour drive, I understand if you're a little bit more reluctant. Nevertheless, we will be there. And then the next day, if you had missed out on that one, we will be in Arlington at Theater Arlington. This was Ryan's event. This is really the reason this all happened. Ryan asked me if I wanted to come on out and do the event with him. By the time he invited me, it was already sold out. He's got the whole theater booked out. So we will be there on Tuesday, September 3rd, also at 7. It may be, that there have been some cancellations. I'm not sure. That's really Ryan's show. So, you might want to check his social media, see if he's got any information there. But that will be my last show with Ryan. We're just doing the 2 in Dallas, and I will be leaving him as he goes back home, I believe. After Dallas, I have a bit of a travel day on the 4th, but on the 5th, which is Thursday at 7 p.m., I will be at the Barnes & Noble at the Woodlands Mall. So if you want to come out and see me there, if you're in the Houston area, I would love to see you. I believe we got a little bit of a space constraint issue, just like we do with the Dallas show, but people can still come. So the plan, I believe, is that the first 30 people to call the store and RSVP, and I will leave a link to all the stores, all the events, down below in the description. But the first 30 people who call in will have seats for Q&A and for sort of the reading and everything. But if you want to come and get your book signed, you want to stand in line, they say they have as many spaces as people want to come. No real problem there. If you want to come to the signing at the Woodlands in Houston and get your books signed, absolutely no problem. I will be there signing until people stop showing up. So if you are in the area, please, by all means, come, even if they don't have a seat for you. We'll be able to talk. I'll be happy to answer your questions while I'm signing your books, and I will hopefully see a lot of you there. And then another travel day sort of after that, as I am heading to Austin. But all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be at ArmadilloCon in Austin, which I believe they are still selling tickets for. ArmadilloCon is a sort of book-focused convention. It is not a Comic-Con precisely. It's not about Funko Pops and merchandise. It's about the books. So it's a little bit smaller. But I will be there all weekend. If you want to come out, you want to come see what a sort of more book-focused, smaller science fiction convention is like, I would love to see you there. But if science fiction conventions are not your thing, or you do not have time, you can see me at the Half Price Books on North Lamar at 4 p.m. on Saturday. That is the 7th. I will be there. That'll be a little bit more of a low-key event. We're just setting up a table, and I will be hanging out for a couple of hours, so I will sign books and talk to whoever wants to come. And I will be there probably, I'd say, for around 2 hours. I don't know if it'll run over or not exactly. Like I said, that one's substantially more low-key, but if you were in the Austin area and you want to drive up, I would love to see you there. And then after that, I have one more day at ArmadilloCon on Sunday, and then I will fly back Monday morning. But I would be remiss that I am not just doing events now in Texas. If you are in or near my state of North Carolina, I have 2 events coming up in the next month and a half or so that I feel I should probably mention since I'm doing a video about appearances. The first is on August the 25th, which is a Sunday. That is before I go to Texas. I will be at the South Point Mall, Barnes & Noble, not Southlake, South Point, here in Durham, North Carolina, which of course just next door to Raleigh, and I will be there sort of like the Austin event. I'll have a table, and I will be hanging out for a couple of hours. If you want to come on by, I'd be happy to talk to you and sign your books. I'll be there, like I said, probably about 2 hours, so from like 2 to 4 probably. And then I will be on my way. I may run a little bit over depending on how many people show up. We'll see what happens. But then, as far as my second North Carolina event goes, that will be on September the 28th, so more than a month from now, in Winston-Salem. I will be at the Book House in Rinaldo Village at 1 p.m., and I will be doing a reading and a bit of Q&A, and I will be signing books. So if you are in West Central North Carolina or nearby, you want to come out for that event, I would love to see you. The Book House is a great little store. I've been out and signed books for them in the past. Owner's fan. And so I am very excited to head back out that way next month, September 28th, 1 p.m. at the Book House in Rinaldo Village in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And there may be at least one more signing happening later this year. Don't quite have that on lock yet, so stay tuned. But for now, we've got the Texas tour coming up, and we have those 2 events here in North Carolina. And if you would like to come out to any of them, I would love to see you there. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, farewell.